Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, and I'm here to compare these two blasters together. So, because for some reason, they're compared to each other. I have the Fortnite 6HS SH, blah, SH, yeah. And I got the Trailblazer. I don't have a regular one, I have my painted one. So, got into a little bit of a disagreement with Wacom S7. He says all elite blasters are bad except for the Moto Blitz. I said wrong. Trailblazer's good. He says this is a better. It says Trailblazer is just a worse version of this. That's why I'm making this video and all that because I didn't have this, so I couldn't disagree with him and all that. And now I want to see if I could disagree with him or not. So, and obviously I have a bias with this because I painted this thing, and I probably will never paint this thing. So let's see. So I got them both for $15. Let's look at the price. I got them both for $15 because I found one of these on sale on eBay for $15, and I found, this is normally $15 anyway, and you could get this in the store right now for $15. So price wise, it's the same, assuming you could find that sale and that price. Because this is normally $20, and you're getting a whole extra thing that possibly affects the performance. I don't know. I haven't tried it because I only got the one thing, and I refuse to pay $20 for this. And I'm not going to pay $15 because this is really hard to remove, borderline unremovable. So, effectively, for $20, you're getting this and the useless piece, but the idea is you're going to have big iron. That $15, it mediates this. It cancels this out. And all that. You just have, I guess, a paperweight or something, just this thing you could have sitting on your desk. And all this. Somebody will figure out something to do with this. So for $15, it's just it without the barrel. So, price-wise, they're even. Give them each a point. Ammo capacity. It's different. Trailblazer obviously wins. Trailblazer has 2 extra shots compared to this. Now, which one? So that's a point to the Trailblazer. Not that. But what about performance? Firing these, they both perform the same. I have the same problem where I might accidentally fan the blaster. But I feel I do it less with the Trailblazer. And it could be because I had it longer and I'm used to it than I did with this. So, and it's like, well, I did say a hammer shot is better than Trailblazer just because it's smaller. So really, ammo capacity doesn't really matter, but I'd still go with the more because that's the reason why you'd use this. Is just you got that one extra one. And all that, but the performance is the same. And all that, but part of the performance is how you wield the darn things. So, can you holster it? And all that. These are both around the same size blaster. This is just a little smaller, and all that, and a little bit smaller on the top. But this one has no tactical rail. This one does. So I don't know what you would do with it. But there probably is an attachment out there that would work with this. I got an attachment right here. Let's see. I would never use the attachment, but it fits. So there you go. But it's a revolver. You're holstering it. So why would you have a attachment on it? So that's really like one of the problems here. Their handles. They're both surprisingly comfortable. I thought this one would be more uncomfortable because of how big it is. And this one's pretty okay. And all that despite being so small. Are my fingerprints on it? Yeah. Those old or new? Give me a second. Yeah, I guess they're old. So that's another thing about it. It's just they're the same in performance, really. But then I was thinking the material this is made out of. I feel I would break the Trailblazer if I fell on it. And I feel like this would survive if I fell on it. So there's that. And it's pretty even. Both these blasters are good. It's just the Trailblazer is outperforming. But then there's another thing when I say outperforming. All of this does amount to something. Modding. You cannot mod a Trailblazer. A Trailblazer will break. And how it's designed, it is not really compatible to be modded. Maybe you could cut some of this off, but it's not a moddable thing. You could paint it. This you can mod. It's stronger, more durable. I've seen people take this thing off and replace it with the completely different thing. I think there might even be a one of those, I forget what they're called. The normal attachment, like what it should have been. And all that. You could replace a cylinder to make this an 8-cylinder thing. And all that. So, because of the modding, because you could replace the springs and all that, the spring and all that. I believe you could replace the spring. Don't quote me on that. I know you can't do it with the Trailblazer. This one beats it by like 1 point. They're even. But this beats it by 1 point, just because of that potential to mod it. There's another problem. You got to spend extra money and all that. But if you're a modder, perfectly fine. You're going to probably spend the money anyway. But then then there's the X factor. Who's using the blasters? Okay. Is it going to be a kid or is it going to be a Nerf player? And it's like, for me, I'm using either the Hammer Shot or the Hammer Storm if I'm going into a Nerf war. I like these two blasters, but I would still rather use my Sweet Revenge or my Hammer Storm. They're just more practical. These two are not. They're just too long. They're too wide. This has no tactical rail. This has a underbelly tactical rail. Yes, they have more shots and all that, but it's like, again, it's like you could run a jolt and still be just effective, and it's a one-shot thing and all that. You just need the one shot at a Nerf war. So what's my opinion? So what's my final verdict? Let's see. I say there's another X factor. Because the Trailblazer is technically bad in that it is Elite 2.0. It's made out of cheaper materials. And when you go to the store, this thing might wiggle up and down. It's not properly placed in there. And I give the point to Trailblazer because their box, the blaster's there, you pull back the hammer, fire it. You jiggle this around. You could tell that there's something wrong with your blaster. Don't buy this one, put it at the back of the line, grab the next one that's good. Which might not be any of them, but still, you have that option. This, in the store, is inside a box. You don't know if this is good or bad. It's most likely going to be good. It's better materials. Okay? But you might be missing the darts and all that. These darts might be missing. They might have been stolen. And all that. But I can't see what's going inside that box. So there's one problem. All that. Two, that box is an extra $5 normally. Or when it was in store. This is only $15 because these things were not selling. These things sold out. So, I say they're a tie. They all have the factors going for them. They both do something better than the other. Whether it be ammo capacity or just being made out of better parts. or the price tag or whatever. But this would last a lot longer than the Trailblazer, I feel. So if I had neither of these, and I wasn't, and I'm on a budget, and they're both the same price, and all that, and I knew that this was made out of better materials, I'm gonna go run around in some woods. I might break my Nerf blaster and all that. I want a blaster to last a long time. I'll buy this, and not the Trailblazer, knowing me. But if I'm painting something, I'm buying a Trailblazer. If I'm a modder, I'm buying this. It's your poison. But if you're the guy on the budget and you can find this for $15 versus the Trailblazer, well, technically, I forgot the Trailblazer gives you more darts, doesn't it? I think it gives you double. Oh, right. Now, still go with this. And all that. You go with, though, you might, it's your first time nerfing, you might be dumb enough to put this on. And I still don't know if this affects the performance. This is a conundrum. Again, I was going down a route like, yes, buy the Fortnite blaster. Is more practical. But now that I think about it, it's less. You get less darts out of it than you would with Trailblazer. You get more for less. You get more, and all that. It's just less durable, huh? And it's more It's more likely to be faulty. But that's what you get for paying less too. Well, this is just expensive because it has the Fortnite logo. And it has possibly a piece of plastic. You've got a sibling, they might put it on. This is actually a really hard. It's not really hard. Just get a hammer shot, get a hammer storm. But it's really interesting how these two kind of cancel each other out and all that. And I guess because of practicality, the Fortnite blaster is technically better. But if this $20, get yourself a Trailblazer, okay? Only get this on sale because of this stupid extra part thing going on. So yeah, just the cheaper one. And this one's just really up to preference and all that. It's just they're both good. They both have their pluses. They both have their minuses. And I prefer the Trailblazer. Okay, but if I was like only got like $30, or not even 30, like if I got $50 and I need a primary and a secondary, and all I have on the shelves are these two and some flywheel blaster, I'll buy my flywheel blaster, and they're the same price. I'm probably gonna get this one just because this is gonna last me longer and all that. But I prefer this one. In all honesty, if I'm comparing the two, I prefer this one, but this one is just more practical. Okay, well, I guess Wacom was technically right. I don't technically agree with him. He's like, yeah, you're kind of right, and all that. Well, thank you very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.